Good day everyone. I am Dason Carlos Latta. On this video I will be discussing global and multicultural literacy. Nowadays, teachers and students need to be globally competent. In this regard, it is also necessary to know the value of multicultural literacy. Global literacy and multicultural literacy is interconnected. First, let us define global literacy. Global literacy aims to address issues of globalization, racism, diversity and social justice. It requires awareness and action, consistent with a broad understanding of humanity, the planet, and the impact of human decision on both. Global literacy also aims to empower students with knowledge and take action to make a positive impact in the world and their local community. Nowadays, students need to be prepared to be global because this is what our society needs. The standard of labor competence required by the market is rising. In order to prepare every Filipino citizen, they must be educated about globalization and develop global skills. According to the Ontario Ministry of Education, 2015, a global citizen should display most or all of the following characteristics. First, respect for humans no matter their race, gender, religion or political perspectives. Second, respect for diversity in various perspectives. Third, promoting sustainable patterns of living, consumption, and production. And fourth, appreciate the natural world and demonstrate respectful towards the rights of all living things. How can a citizen acquire these qualities? At school, students need to be taught to respect each race, gender, and belief in life. Remember that in school you can see the diversity of students. Here it is necessary to teach students to respect each other. It is also important to teach students how to sustain livelihoods in changing society. As the economy changes, our resources should be valued and preserved also. Remember, globalization is good because it creates jobs, lowers the price of consumer goods, fuels innovation and contributes peace on earth. While globalization is bad because it fuels inequality, erodes worker protections and contributes environmental degradation. These things should be taught in school. Today's students are graduating into a global society where, at work, employees come in daily contact with people from around the world and, at home, neighborhoods are becoming more diverse. That means today's teachers need to help students learn to live in this increasingly interdependent world. David M. Wuss, the interim director of teacher education at UConn's Neag School of Education says, the issue of creating globally competent educators wasn't something previous generations had to face, but it's a very real issue now, and its importance is only growing. Our goal as teachers is to prepare students for all aspects of life, for personal, social, and professional success, and today, that means preparing them to be global citizens. There's a statistic that says if you look at the types of jobs available today, half of them didn't exist 20 years ago. So what does that mean for our kids 20 years from now? What kinds of opportunities and jobs will be available to them when they become adults? None of us knows for sure, though clearly they'll have a global perspective. Teaching global literacy today gives students an intellectual foundation they'll be able to build on in the years to come. What is multicultural literacy? According to Banks and Bout, multicultural literacy consists of the skills and ability to identify the creators of knowledge and their interests, to uncover the assumptions of knowledge, to view knowledge from diverse ethnic and cultural perspective, and to use knowledge to guide action that will create a humane and just world. This literacy helps the learners to have wide and deeper understanding and consideration of the diverse racial and cultural views in the society and in order to have a united, peaceful and progressive community. According to Bout, multicultural literacy then brings attention to diversity, equity and social justice to foster cultural awareness by addressing difficult issues like discrimination and oppression towards other ethnicities. This literacy helps to address problems like discrimination and harassment regarding the diversity of race, ethnicities, viewpoints and life practices. In school alone it is unavoidable to experience this kind of problems. Hence, It is really important to promote multicultural literacy. One way to promote multicultural literacy is the use of multicultural literature in the school. What is multicultural literature? This can be used as a tool to open students' minds. It helps to stimulate an understanding of diversity in the classroom and helps to build an understanding of and respect for people from other cultures. Also, multicultural literature can be used to examine racism according to Colby and Lyon, 2004. There are 7 ways to embrace multiculturalism in the classroom. First, celebrate different cultural festivals. Second, attempt to learn a bit more about the different backgrounds of pupils in your class. Third, include a variety of books in your classroom book collection. Fourth, hold a food fair to celebrate different dishes from around the world. Fifth, set presentation projects for students on a culture or nation. Sixth, host a culture day. Seventh, hold events with guests and motivational speakers from different backgrounds. The tips above are just a few of the measures you can take to embrace all cultural backgrounds in your class. There's still a multitude of ways for you to celebrate multiculturalism in the classroom. The efforts are certainly worth it, as supporting multicultural understanding between pupils creates mutual respect, a positive working environment, and it prepares students for an active role in this diverse world we live in. What are the multicultural competencies that students need to develop? Let us define first multicultural competency. Multicultural competency is defined as the knowledge, skills, and personal attributes needed to live and work in a diverse world. The following is a synthesis of multicultural competencies according to Tilford, 2000 to 2001. First, knowledge. An awareness and understanding needed to live and work in a diverse world. Cultural self. The ability to understand one's ethnic identity and how it influences identity development. Diverse ethnic groups. Knowledge of diverse ethnic groups in their cultures. Social, political, economic, historical frameworks. Awareness of how social, political, economic, and historical issues impact race and ethnic relations in the world. Changing demographics. Understanding population dynamics related to ethnic minority and majority citizens. Diversity implications for career. Understanding how diversity impacts the academic discipline, career, and professional development. The first category is an awareness and understanding of the diverse world. Students need to equip and develop these competencies in order to help them fully understand the world they are living in and able to respond and adapt to a new environment. Second, personal attributes. The traits needed by those who live and work in a diverse world. Flexibility. The ability to respond and adapt to new and changing situations. Respect. An appreciation for those who are different from oneself. Empathy. The ability to understand another person's culture by listening to and understanding their perspective. The second category refers to the traits needed in order to live and work in a diverse world. These literacies help the students to adjust themselves in a changing world. Likewise, it helps them to live peacefully and progressively in a diverse world. Third, skills. The behaviors and performance tasks needed to live and work in a diverse world. Cross-cultural communication. Verbal and non-verbal communication skills and interaction with those who are culturally different from oneself. Teamwork. The ability to work in culturally diverse groups toward a common goal. Listening. The intention and ability to attend to what others are saying. Conflict resolution. The ability to resolve cultural conflicts that occur between individuals and groups. Critical thinking. The ability to use inductive and deductive reasoning to understand diverse perspectives. Language development. The ability to speak and write more than one language. Leadership development. The ability to provide multicultural leadership. The third category refers to the skills, manners, and performance needed in order to have a good relationship with other people in a diverse world. These literacies help the students to avoid getting into trouble with other people. It promotes understanding, unity and teamwork in order to have a personal, civic or global prosperity. Every classroom contains students of different race, religion, and cultural groups. Students embrace diverse behaviors, cultural values, patterns of practice, and communication. Yet they all share one commonality: their educational opportunity. Teachers should teach their students that other cultures exist and that these deserve to be acknowledged and respected. Integrating a variety of cultural context into lessons and activities teaches students to view the world from many angles, creates a respect for diversity, and enables students to learn exciting information. As classrooms become increasingly more diverse, it is important for educators to acknowledge and address diversity issues and to integrate multiculturalism information into the classroom curriculum. Once again, this is Jason Carlos Latta. I hope learning is still fruitful and meaningful this time of pandemic. Thank you for watching.